69% of programmers never make it out of that beginner stage. I just made that up, but that number feels about right. Code tutorial hell is what I call being stuck in the advanced beginner stage, where I'm going to assume that you have already learned the basic syntax of whatever programming language of your choice, and now you probably started this journey to learn how to program because maybe you're drawn to the high salaries, you're drawn to the freedom that you can have in this industry. And to be honest, those are all the reasons that I started doing this as well. I was there right where you are. I was still in the army. I wanted to find a way to support myself when I got out of the military, and I took a piece of paper and I started listing down everything, every characteristic that I wanted in a career. Now, when I had this list and I started comparing it to which jobs can meet these needs, I found that web development was a very good choice for me, and I made it happen. It was not a straight line. I found myself starting with the obvious resources out there, Free Code Camp. I entered a boot camp called Thankful. I didn't even finish it. A natural disaster happened where I was living, but through that process, I realized some things. Through that process, I realized that I didn't need the boot camp anymore. So I am going to share a few strategies that you can use. Some are more well known. I like to give a unique twist to them so that you can gain the maximum value from this video. The first of them is obviously to do personal projects. Now, the problem with that often people find is you don't know what to make. It's easy to say, oh, just do something. Maybe there's a specific need, but here's the thing. Look in your life. Maybe you don't need to figure it right now, but throughout your day, there may be times where you say, if maybe there was a small application that did this. I have a story about that. I'll give you an example. Once upon a time, I was doing a lot of experimenting with breathing techniques, and I was trying to nail down this easy one called, some people call it box breathing, where you inhale 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then you go repeat that over and over. Now, I found myself really focusing a lot on the counting and not on the breathing and the relaxation that I was supposed to be doing. And then I thought, oh, what if there was an application, a simple counter that went on 4-second intervals and did this? I looked up at the Play Store and everything I found was bloated. They did way more than I wanted and not exactly what I needed. And I decided, hey, I think I know enough that I can pull this off. So I sat down. It took me a couple of hours, really like an hour, to get the basic functionality going, where I will print a big fat 0 in the screen and set up a timer, and every second it will update, and when the 4th second was over, it will make a beep and it will restart, and that little beep is what will alert me that I have to go to the next phase of the breathing exercise. The reason I ended up spending 2 hours was that as I was building this, I got really excited, and that was not something that happened often, because usually you're doing a tutorial, you're excited at first about the things that it promises, everything you're gonna learn, and you look at all those videos, but then once you're doing it, some of that momentum goes away. Now I was building something for me, something that I would benefit from immediately. And I found myself focused on it, engrossed. I could not stop. I ended up looking for awesome color schemes for it. I will look up for a nice background. You name it. It got personal. And no matter how simple it was, I was always very proud of that little program. I even had it on my phone for a while. Now, really think about this. I think there has to be something out there simple enough that you need, that you can make something, a little tool, and you'll love it more because it was made for you, by you. Now, second point. This is more something that I wish I did more, and that was to participate in online communities. If you can find people in person, that's even better. I did have some luck finding people who were programmers when I was studying Starbucks. I'm not sure, it depends on the location. I was lucky to be in one where people would like to work in. Now, if not, online communities are more than enough, but you need to be active. Now, all you need to do is maybe set up some time and go dig up some of those. Definitely ask questions and try if you can answer other people's questions. If you know the answer for something, no, it doesn't matter how simple, start interacting. You'll meet people, but you have to be interested in other people for them to be interested in you. In this case, you have to take the initiative. Third point, and this is really what got me out of the beginner phase and into the intermediate stage, was I sought mentorship. I spent money on different courses until I got to a point where I realized I think I will learn faster or better or get unstuck if I had someone who's been through that and help me with it. That's when I joined the boot camp. And even though I did not finish it for reasons out of my control, I found that after those 2 months, I had interacted enough with those mentors that I felt, oh, I know what their thought process is for problem solving. And this is one thing that one of them told me. Your job is not to code. Your job is to solve problems. You just do it through code. But you solve problems, and learning how to think to solve problems eventually will lead you to knowing what are the right questions to ask to figure out the technical part. I didn't stay with just those two. This is something that you can keep doing at any point in your career. There will always be an aspect of your career, of your profession, where you will benefit from a mentor. It does not need to be specifically coding. There were people who were coders, they were senior programmers who they will mentor me about strategies to stay focused, strategies to not get distracted, how to be more efficient. Anything you can think of, there is somebody out there, and it may be someone that you already know. Anyway, hopefully this is enough for you. Thank you so much for listening to this, and see you in the next one.